All right, welcome back everybody. We were gonna do a hive inspection today, but if you can't hear, it is thundering, lightning, downpouring rain. So the beautiful wife and I yesterday, let me bring her over here. We went to Lowe's yesterday and we bought some stuff for a new hive stand because I have some more content coming up of obtaining a second hive based off of a rescue. So we're gonna get this new hive stand built here in the garage on a day that we actually have some time. We're not building it outside, so we can deal with the rain. So we'll see y'all on the time lapse / other videos. All right guys, so when I designed this, I say I designed it, I actually stole it from another design from another YouTube video I saw. But basically it's a 4-foot by 8-foot section with some 2x4s. I went into Tinkercad and redesigned it a little bit. So I'll put that up on the screen somewhere. But basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the frame together, hopefully today, get it all built. I shouldn't have to chop any wood except for 2 pieces, which I have my chop saw there, so it's not that big of a deal. We'll get that built. I have some galvanized pipe that I'm also gonna put on the bottom. So it's gonna look good once it's all done. I just need to get it done. So I'll get you guys on a time lapse and we'll start getting this built. All right guys, so this is the rough end. Obviously none of this is drilled in yet, but the way I have this set up is I'm gonna be able to accommodate 6 hives. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So be able to put 6 hives on this at some point whenever I want. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get this, we're gonna get the top side all together, and then I have to flip it and put the bottom side on. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter which side I put the bottom on. So we're gonna get that done, get it put on, get all the galvanized stuff on. And I also bought these caps. Basically what these caps are gonna do is I'm gonna drill a hole that's gonna accommodate the size of the pipe. And inside here, I got some high temp grease. And I'm gonna put the grease in here because I've been having the issue with the ants. So I'm hoping this is what's going to prevent us having ants in the hive, because they're going to crawl up the galvanized pipe. They're going to get stuck in here. Or they can't get past this cap with the grease in it. So that's the ultimate goal. So we're going to get this all put together, and we're going to get the bottom side done. We'll get the flanges on. We'll get everything put together. So. Okay, the basic framing portion of this is done. Pretty solid, if I say so myself. But what I'm gonna do now is I think I am gonna flip it because I did level everything flush with the top of this side. So I don't wanna flip it. There'd be some sort of warp or something. Or I don't wanna flip it and then on the other side be some sort of warp and it looks like crap. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it and then I'm gonna get the other pieces on. Okay, so this is gonna be the basic setup. These are the pieces I do have to cut. Obviously a 4-foot section won't lay in here when it's flat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the long 8-foot pieces all set, and then I will measure what distance I need, and then I will chop these last 4-foot sections, get it in, and then we have to put the galvanized flanges on. Those will go in 6 different spots. And then the piping, the plugs, and the caps. So I will get that done. All right, guys, I had to plug my phone in for a little bit. It was dying. It is really hot in this garage. I need to get my fan back and be able to be more comfortable in here, but this is the wood framing of it. So the next thing we're gonna do is let me open this up here. I have these galvanized flanges. It has a Allen key set screw in here, and what these are gonna do is they're gonna go on each corner, just like that, on 4 corners and 2 in the center. And then I have these galvanized piping here, which is 12 inches, which will bring it up to a nice height off the ground for comfortability when I'm doing beehive stuff out there. So these will go in there like that. That'll get set up there. Then I have these split ring hangers. These will go on the pipe after the plastic piece. So the plastic piece is gonna sit in there, then this split ring is gonna hang in there, and that's what's gonna hold this plastic piece up. And then I have a cap for the bottom. So we're gonna try to get that finished up, and then probably tomorrow after work, I will come in and I have tung oil. I think I'm saying that right. It's tung oil finish that I'm gonna put on the wood. All right, guys, we got the flanges all in. The next thing we got to do is we got to go around, put all those 3/4 inches in there, all 6 of them. And then I have to drill the holes in the center of the PVC, put the split hangers on, and then we should be good to flip it back over to see what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and get working on that. All right, guys, well, I was getting set up to cut the holes in the top of the PVC. Top of the PVC caps here. Basically, that's going to go in there. It's going to slide down. I put the split ring. Well, dummy me bought a hole saw, and when I was there, I was like, oh, 3/4 inch, no big deal. Well, it's 3/4 inch inside diameter. So this is the hole saw I bought. It fits perfectly inside. So I need to go back to the store and buy one that is at least a 1 inch outside diameter. Where's my tape measure? I know it's not a perfect representation, but the outside diameter is about 1 1/8. So I'm gonna have to go back to the store, exchange this 3/4 inch for at least a 1 or a 1 1/8, or even a 1 1/4, because I'll have that split ring in there. So I'm not gonna be able to finish this project tonight, but tomorrow I will be able to go to the store, buy the correct hole saw, and finish this project. So I will catch y'all then. All right, guys, it is the next day. I was able to go to the hardware store, buy a 1 1/8 hole saw. I test fitted it. It's gonna work out perfect. So I'm gonna get you all set up next to the drill press. We're gonna drill press these holes into these caps and try to finish up this bottom side. We're probably gonna start the tung oil as well tonight. All right, guys, we got all the holes cut for the PVC piping. So here's the PVC pipe. What's going to happen is this pole's going to go through. That's going to sit down in the flange, and the split ring is going to go in top there. It'll get tightened down, so when it's flipped over, it's going to hold. And then inside here, we're going to have that high temp grease inside. So now what I'm going to do is, before I get all this put together, I think I'm going to go ahead and start on the tung oil and getting this thing all prepped so it can dry. All right, guys, the tung oil is on. It was a lot messier than what I was expecting. In hindsight, I probably should have worn gloves, but it is what it is. I'll just hit it with some soap and water, wash it all off, and be good to go. So this doesn't seem to take too long to dry. So I'm going to let it sit here for a little bit, and then I'm going to flip it back over, and then we're going to try to finalize getting this all put together. Okay guys, so this is the final product. So we got all the pipes in, we got them tightened down, we got the caps in, got the high temp grease in there, and we also have the plugs in. So this is about how tall it sits. I'm about 6 foot tall. It sits up pretty high, which is nice because when I throw a hive on it, I just so happen to have, when this hive goes on it, towards the front there, it sits up very nice. So this is what it'll look like. We'll have one here, one on the other side, and 2 on each end. So it should be able to go anywhere we want. And I may just have enough room to get between the hives. So this is going to be the final product. So, all right guys, so we are officially done. I hope you enjoyed the build of this video. It took a couple days, but we got it done. So the next video will probably be a combination. I don't know when we're going to go do that swarm rescue. Well, it's not really a swarm rescue. When we're going to go recover those bees out of a wall that's been building there for about a year or two, but that is going to be one of the next videos. Maybe the second one. The next video may be the installation of this out in the bee yard. Don't know yet, but if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with your friends and family. I appreciate you.